Inside PressBox is presented by Friedmont Mortgage. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Go to our friends at FriedmontMortgage.com for all of your mortgage needs. Welcome back to Inside PressBox, presented by Friedmont Mortgage. You know, the Ravens brought down the house against the Steelers last weekend, but many people in Baltimore live for those Friday night lights of high school football as much as the Ravens games on Sunday. Joining me now is the proprietor of Varsity Sports Network, Gary Adornato. We welcome you to the show, and Gary, we continue our partnership where we sell a little bit for you on Varsity Sports Network. Tremendous success in the first year.
Thanks for having me back, Stan. It's a lot of fun, as you alluded to in your opening there. We love the Ravens here. I was at the game Sunday, but we have a lot of fun with high school sports. It's very, very well received in Baltimore. Big following for high school sports, and we're happy to bring it to the fans out there in the Baltimore area.
You know, it's interesting. People always tell the story about how if you go to Philadelphia or Pittsburgh or Chicago, they ask what college you went to. Baltimore, it's always about what high school did you go to?
Absolutely.
And how big a part of that is because of the sports?
I think it's the very reason for it. You can go to a game in this area on any weekend. You'll see gentlemen 60, 70 years old standing on the sidelines or in the stands with their varsity jackets on. They get together for the alumni functions, and they're usually the first people at the gate when the events are hosted in stadiums and at the college stadiums around town. It's incredible the loyalty that people hold for their high schools years and years after they've graduated.
Now, is it just in the private school sector or public school as well?
I think it's more prominent in the private school sector, but I still think it's prominent in the public schools, especially some of your tradition-rich programs, where they've been good in a certain sport year after year.
Mount St. Joe's, the Calvert Halls.
Oh yeah, the rivalries, and it's funny because years after they're out of high school, so many of those alumni work together and interact, and it's almost like going to work and seeing a debate between Ravens and Steelers fans. These guys are all friends, but when it gets to that Saturday afternoon or Friday night for those big games, there's a lot of friendly rivalries going on there.
And that translates into the pretty amazing numbers you get of visitors to Varsity Sports Network. When you first talked to myself and my partner John Colson about doing this, you gave us some figures, and I can't remember them, but are you right on target with where you wanted to be?
I think we are. Last year we came out of the spring sports season doing about 500,000 pages a month. Early on, we've got a very small sample. We're 2 weeks into the fall season. We're seeing about a 25% increase, and that's pretty much what we expect. Year after year, month after month, more people become aware of us. The schools are more used to reporting to us and working with us, so that word of mouth and that viral growth, as we start to cover more and more kids and get their pictures and videos up on the site, we continue to grow our traffic.
How important is the school's cooperation with Varsity Sports Network, and how have you worked to kind of engage them and have them be a part of that?
It's extremely important. We spent a lot of time in the preseason months for football and soccer. It was in August, but we'll go through it with basketball and then the spring sports again, where we go out and we meet with the coaches and the athletic directors in their preseason meetings. And all these schools want the exposure. They want the coverage for their kids. And no matter how big our editorial group is, we could never be at every game. But we've done a really good job of educating the schools that, hey, if we're not there, send us your box score, send us some quotes, send us some photos, and we'll polish it up. We'll get it up on the site, and we'll still present your game to the public. And we've even gotten to the point now where we have kids that work on the school newspaper contributing, and even in some cases very knowledgeable fans who we've developed a relationship with. We allow them to provide some information to us.
How about the video component? Is that prominent on Varsity Sports Network?
We do a lot of video. Usually our reporters at the game, you'll see them with their notepad and their camera. They're taking a few shots. They'll take clips of all the biggest plays, and we'll present those. And a big game, we'll have 30, 40 clips and interviews with the coaches and key players after the game. So it's very popular.
All right, appreciate your coming in.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit real quick. It's varsitysportsnetwork.com.
Correct.
Okay, and there we have it up here. And how can people get advertising information, Gary?
The best way is to contact my sales director, Pete Kolash. You can get him at Pete at varsitysportsnetwork.com.
All right. Good luck. Continued good luck. I know you're knocking them dead with that thing. Varsity Sports Network.
Thanks, Tim.
Join Carter Inc. and PressBox for a cyber economic conference on September 22nd at the Hotel at Arundel Preserve for a cyber economic conference featuring keynote speaker Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger. Log on to CarterInc.com now to reserve your spot.